Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's episode, we've got two massive league games. We've got Tottenham away from home first, and then we face Wolves at home. So the good news is, we come into this episode higher than what we left off in the last episode. In the last episode there, we finished off in 11th place. We are currently sitting in 8th place, but the bad news is, we need to start stringing some wins together, starting with this episode as well, if we can see us cracking the top 6 again this season. We currently sit 8 points behind Wolves, with a game in hand though, so if we win this game away to Tottenham, we'll be 5 points behind Wolves, and then we have Wolves at home in the episode as well. If we beat them, we'll only be 2 points behind them, so it's very important that we get at least 4 points out of the episode here today, I'd say. Problem is though, our away form is absolutely terrible this season. Really, really poor. If you look at our home record, really good. Played 12, won 9, drew 2, and just lost 1 game. Also, only conceded 9 goals at home as well. Our away form is completely different. This is where we're really struggling this season. In 12 games, we've won 3, drew 1, and lost 8 away from home with 25 goals conceded. So our away form really does need to get better if we are to crack the top 6 again this season. Also, a little bit of news, we've had some financial trouble since the last episode there. It was actually on course to fail in our FFP, Financial Fair Play, for the Europa League. As you can see now here, this green along with the Premier League as well, sorry. The Premier League, we wasn't going to fail that, but the Europa League, unless something happened, we was going to fail our Financial Fair Play for the season, which would mean they would be banned from the competition for a season. We don't want that, do we? We don't want that. And interestingly, since the last episode, the board reduced my wage budget by 300k. So we ended up being 200k over the wage budget, and we're on course to fail with our financial fair play. So I was forced to sell a player or two in January, get to them in a second. But as you can see now, we're currently 15 million in a loss period right now. But as you see, projected for the end is £11.74 million profit. So as it stands, we're all good with the financial fair play now with the league and the Europa League. But it's definitely something that you should keep an eye on, because it's not something I really keep an eye on too much, to be honest. The only reason I was aware of it was because it came up in my inbox, and then I decided to look at it in more detail. And thankfully, I've got it sorted out for now at least. So in terms of the players who have left us, well, first of all, Luciano Recoba and Sebastian Fernandez are 2 young Uruguayans we agreed to sign at the start of the season. They have officially joined us now as well. They had officially signed anyway, as you can see by the transfer date there. But their loans with their respective clubs has now ended, and they are now with us at Portsmouth. Recoba, he's not really ready for first team football, to be honest. He's in the under-21s right now. I've got him listed for loan. He's wanted by Rotherham, Las Palmas and Sandhausen. Can't get 3 more different clubs than that, can you? He's had a few loan offers already, but nothing more than a fringe player. I don't see the point in loaning out a player to be a fringe player somewhere else. I'd rather just keep him here, to be honest. But if we get a loan offer where he's going to be a regular starter, an important player, I'm interested in loaning out Recoba to get him some more development, because he definitely does need it. Sebastian Fernandez, though, he is currently in the first team. He still needs to improve quite a lot, I'd say. But he's definitely more useful than Recoba. The fact that he's versatile as well is great. Can play centre-back, centre midfield and left-back as well. He's already made his debut in the Premier League. Didn't do too well though with 6.4, but we will let him off. In terms of the players who have actually been sold though, the first player to leave us was Van Hecker. He has gone to Nottingham Forest for £3.5 million. This did not take us... this did not sort us out for the financial fair play, this sale, so I had to sell another player after this. But Van Hecker was an easy one to sell, only £3.5 million. It's a little bit sad we only got £3.5 million for him, but he was on big wages as well. He's on 70k a week, so we got him off the wage bill, and we got £3.5 million for him as well. The other one I sold was Nikola Iliev. He's gone to St Etienne for double the money. He's gone for £7 million, and selling Iliev was really crucial for us. That took us back into the green for the financial fair play. So he has gone to St Etienne for £7 million. Actually got a profit on Iliev, which is great. Only signed him for £4 million a couple of seasons ago. So Van Hecker and Iliev have left us, and just for those 2 players leaving us, as you can see, not much has happened. We were 200k over the wage budget, and now we're just sitting 42k under the wage budget. I made a couple of offers for players. Oh, another one I forgot to mention as well. Desiree Doué, I have offered him out to clubs, and he's got currently a bid of £20 million from Trabzonspor for Doué. So I thought, you know what, we are slightly in the green now for the financial fair play, but let's make sure we're proper in it now. Let's sell another player to make us fully in the green, and that is Doué. He'll be leaving us hopefully for 20 million to Trabzonspor. Also got AC Milan after him, but they are reluctant to make a bid for some reason. And in terms of players joining us, well, I'm looking to sign Ronnie Gomez on loan for the season from Dortmund. I'm not really interested in signing him permanently. First of all, we can't really afford to sign him permanently right now. And also, he wants to be a star player. I don't see him as a star player for us, to be honest. He's merely going to come in as a squad player. He can fill in for Doué, attack midfield. He can also play left wing, right wing and centre midfield as well. I've also agreed an optional future fee in there with Dortmund. They wanted a mandatory future fee, but I wasn't willing to do that. So I put the optional future fee of very high just so we can get him on loan. Hopefully, this deal will come in very, very soon. If Doué goes, Gomez come in. We haven't really lost depth in the forward options. Also, I'm interested in trying to sign a player on loan as well. I initially wasn't interested in Wisdom Amy from Bayern Munich these days, especially not for his value of 44 million. They also want a mandatory future fee of 61 million in there. How ridiculous is that? 61 million for a mandatory future fee. I'm not doing that, so I'm thinking about going for a bid for Amy for a loan until the end of the season and putting in quite a high optional future fee just so we can get him in on loan, because he can play centre-back, left-back and right-back, and he'll be a good replacement for Van Hecker as well. So hopefully we can make a bid for him. He's already got some bids from teams though. Tottenham, Bayer Leverkusen, Juventus, Wolves and Dortmund. So we'll see what we can do. I should make a bid for him right now, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully Gomez will join us, and then either Amy or some other player will hopefully join us in the defence. In terms of the recent results though, guys, well, it started off really well from the last episode, to be honest. Obviously, we beat Metz 4-0 at home, and then we lost away to Arsenal 6-3. That wasn't nice, but it was a nice win at home to FC Metz. Fortunately, though, if things went well for us in the next few games, we actually won 4 league games in a row after that. We beat West Ham at home 4-3, which actually wasn't that nice, because we were actually 4-0 up in this game. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, to be honest. We were 4-0 up, absolutely cruising, with 10 minutes to go. They got a goal back, still not worrying, but then 2 minutes later, Barrow made it 4-2. And then he made it 4-3 in the 90th minute. I was absolutely pooping myself, shall we say. Luckily, we held on to the win there, but I was not happy with that. To be winning the game 4-0 at home to West Ham, to then concede 3 goals in the last 10 minutes was disgusting, to tell you the truth. But thankfully, we held on to the win, so that was nice. The next game was really nice, though. Away from home, we've been terrible this season, but not in this game. We beat Aston Villa 3-0 away from home. It did help the fact they got a player sent off just before half-time. But I would be lying if I said that we weren't the better team in the first half. We weren't a better team in the first half. We created much more chances than Villa. And even though they didn't get players sent off, I still back ourselves to win this game, to be honest. And after half-time, it was a little bit of a rout. We scored 3 goals in 12 minutes, 2 from Acosta and 1 from Koric. And that was a nice win away to Villa, that. After that, played Celta Vigo at home in the Europa League. We won this game 1-0. That was nice. Pellegrini with the goal. He's had a great season, Pellegrini, by the way. And after that, we beat Palace 1-0 at home as well. It looked like we weren't going to break them down, dominating the game, but that goal weren't coming. But thankfully, in the 58th minute, Lucas Mertens made it 1-0, and we won our 3rd league game in a row. After that, though, we faced Arsenal away in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. We lost 6-3 away in the league, and in this game, we lost 4-1 away to Arsenal. So 10 goals we conceded to Arsenal in 2 matches at the Emirates Stadium. That is not too nice, is it? They like to play us. They got 2 goals from Martinelli, 2 from Odegaard, and unfortunately, we were knocked out in the Carabao Cup quarter-final stage. We managed to beat their North London rivals, though, the team we faced first in this episode, beat them 3-0 at home, very, very comfortably. Pellegrini were bracing this game, and Koric with a goal as well. This is when it went to get a bit pear-shaped for us, to be honest. We lost 3 of the next 4 games after that, all of them away from home. This is what I mean by away form. We lost away to Forest 3-1. Very comfortably as well, to be honest. This was a really, really poor game by us, this. Really, really poor. Brennan Johnson, who's one of my nemesis in this save, to be honest. He always seems to score against me. He made it 1-0 early on. We got a goal back, but unfortunately they made it 2-1 and then 3-1, and we had no answers to them whatsoever, which is a terrible performance. We managed to beat our fierce rivals Southampton after that, though, 1-0. Pellegrini the goal in the 58th minute. It should have been a lot more comfortable at this stage, and De Jong got sent off with 10 minutes to go. I was very nervous here because it should have been 3 or 4-0 at this point, but thankfully we held on to the 1-0 win, and that was a great win at home to our fierce rivals there. But after that, again, 2 more losses away from home. The first one away to Chelsea, we lost 3-1. Disappointing. We were winning the game 1-0. I think it's safe to say, though, in the second half, their goals were coming, and they scored 3 goals quite quickly, and they won the game 3-1. And after that, we played QPR away, lost this game 2-1 as well. We had 1-0 down through Nonto. Gonzalez made it 1-1, but then Lewis Potter, another player who always scores against me, he made it 2-1 in the second half as well. So 3 away defeats in a row. And, to Forest and QPR in there, should be doing better, to be honest. Chelsea away, I can understand that one, but Forest away and QPR away, got to be winning at least one of those games. So that was really disappointing. After that, we got on a win away from home, this time in the FA Cup third round. We beat Blackburn away 2-1. We went 1-0 up through Gonzalez in the 59th minute. They got a late equaliser through Adam Wharton to make it 1-1, but then thankfully, Corrich in the 94th minute got us the winner to win the game 2-1, so that was nice. We got an FA Cup 4th round tie away to Cardiff, so hopefully we get through to the FA Cup 5th round. And after that, we played Brighton at home, beat them 2-1, which was nice. 1-0 up through Gonzalez, they made it 1-1, but then Corrich made it 2-1 in the first half. Not the best of performances this, but we got the win, and thankfully back to winning ways as well. But just before the episode, we played Freiburg away from home in a big game in the Europa League, and I knew it was a big game. We did not start off the game very well. We went 2-0 down in the first 8 minutes. Got a goal back later on. I thought we might get a draw or something, but we lost the game, unfortunately, 2-1. So in this episode, we've got Tottenham away and Wolves at home. We've got a game in between these games, CSKA 1948, in our final game in the Europa League. We're down to 7th place now after losing to Freiburg, but I don't think this game is very important, to be honest. I think just a draw here, and we guarantee qualification for the knockout round. So hopefully we can do that. And also, CSKA 1948, I was pretty sure that was CSKA Sofia from Bulgaria. But it's not, because CSKA Sofia are there. This is CSKA 1948. CSKA 1948 Sofia. Another club from Sofia in Bulgaria. But they're called CSKA 1948 Sofia, and they're called CSKA Sofia. So you learn new things every single day. This is the first for me. And they were founded in 2016. So how bizarre. Both the Bulgarian clubs are playing in the Europa League. One's called CSKA 1948 Sofia, and one's called just CSKA Sofia. So maybe you've learned something like I've learned just now as well. They are a new club formed in 2016. We've got to play them in between these 2 games, but I decided to not feature that in the episode because I feel like these 2 games, away to Tottenham and at home to Wolves, are much more important. If we are somehow losing the game at half time, I'll probably bring you back for that one to see what goes on, but I can't see us dropping points there, to be honest. Away to Freiburg, we played quite well. We lost the game. Terrible start to the match, but surely we have to beat CSK in 1948. I really hope we do anyway. But anyway, let's get to this first game then, away to Tottenham. And this is the team for the first game. We've got Vicario in goal. We've got Jimenez, Alphonse and Moreno as a back 3. We've got De Jong right wing back, Andaquia left wing back, Asugo, Gonzalez and Doué in the midfield, and then Pellegrini and Mertens up front. So one thing I've got to mention is, for the Brighton and Freiburg games, we was actually missing a hell of a lot of players through international duty, and they're still on international duty as well. As you can see, all of our South American players are playing in the, I think it's the qualification for the Olympic Games right now, which was not convenient. Thankfully, for this game, 2 of them have come back, which is Moreno and Andaquia. The 2 Colombians have come back to the first team. But Acosta, Rocha, Guevara, Grana, Edson and Fernandez are still out on international duty. Thankfully, it didn't backfire too much against Brighton, of course. We're missing 8 players for that game, as I said, and we managed to win the game 2-1. But who knows what could have happened if we had those players fit for the Freiburg game. So it really was costly, to be honest. We had 3 substitutes against Freiburg, and the rest were made up from youngsters. As you can see, Seamus Beagley up in the first team right now. Matondo up in here as well. Had a couple of others as well. Also, Raul Guardiola, I've recalled him from loan at Everton. He wasn't getting the game time at Everton, to be honest. Also, he's a great replacement for Iliev for the rest of the season. He's only made an appearance, but didn't do much. Only off the bench at Everton. Only made 8 appearances in the season. Only 3 starts as well. So I'm not letting him stay there on loan to the rest of the season. I'd rather call him back and give him more game time with us, to be honest. So he's on the bench here today as well. We're still missing 8 players, or 6 players, sorry. But I can't make too many excuses. We managed to beat Brighton with 8 players in international duty. So hopefully we can do something here as well. Also, one thing I've got to mention as well. Due to our losses away from home, I've decided to change things up with a tactic again. I'm playing 3 at the back here today because Tottenham are playing 3 at the back as well. We beat them 3-0 at home very comfortably with this formation, so I'm hoping for a similar thing. But out of possession, I've ditched the high press, put a mid-block back in there again like we played last season. I've also got rid of the trigger press much more often and put more often in there and got rid of the provincial goalkeeper distribution. Also, in terms of the roles, I'm not going with two wing-backs on attack anymore or two full-backs on attack. I'm just going to stick with one on attack, which will be Andaquia, and De Jong or Booth, whoever plays right wing-back or right-back, will be on support. And also, I'm scrapping the Carolero as well, and I've gone back to the ball midfielder on defend as well. So I've got a little bit more pragmatic, but hopefully it can yield more results because away from home we've been terrible so far this season. Lost 8 games out of 12 away from home. Hopefully we don't get another one here. Tottenham away from home. Let's go. Before we get started with the first game, guys, please remember that if you do like this video, hit that like button for me. If you're still watching at this stage, then surely you must like the video. So do me a favour and hit that like button for me. And also, if you're new around here, do consider hitting that subscribe button as well. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, at 953 now at the day of recording. Gained quite a lot in the last day or two. Thank you for anyone who's watching this video and is a new subscriber, also an old subscriber as well. Thank you very much. But if you can help me get to that magic 1,000 mark, it'll be much appreciated. But anyway, let's get started with this game then. Away to Tottenham. As I said, our away form is absolutely terrible. Tottenham, they've got off the boil a little bit in recent times. I think they're down in 11th place now, if I'm correct. 11th? Yeah, 11th. So they're 8 points behind us. So we definitely can win this game. We definitely have got it in us to win the game. But as I said, our away form is pretty abysmal. So 4 points out of the episode I'll be happy with. A draw here and a win at home to Wolves I'll be happy with. But 23 minutes in, it's been a terrible start so far. Finally get our first highlight of the game. We've had 1 shot and none on target, so not been a great start to the match, is it? So at home, it's almost a fortress, to be honest. 9 wins out of 12, doing really well. Away from home, it's a completely different story. So if we're going to finish in the top 6 or even the top 7 now, we need to start winning away from... Anyway, Mertens is through on goal. Mertens, what is he doing? Oh, my word. Yeah, that's probably where we're lacking the most, is up front today. Missing Koric. Koric is not really fully fit for the game. And Edson on international duty. Mertens, only 9 finishing. It's not the greatest to be up front there, is he? I'm sure Koric will feature at some point, though. Anyway, here's Tottenham. It's got to be dealt with. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Saw loads of defensive mistakes in the last episode. Almost saw one there. Well, we did see one. Just didn't lead to a goal. But a pretty terrible first half, to be honest, from both teams. Yeah, awful first half, that. Awful. We're not creating anything in the game at all. No shots on target yet. Need to do a lot better than this. A lot better than this. Just made a little bit of a tweak at half time. Nothing to the formation, but I've changed Pellegrini from a deep line forward and support to a target forward and attack. He's not really getting in the game too much, to be honest. He's going way too deep. And also, I've gone from short passing to standard passing as well. Got the roll it out off the off instruction as well. So let's see if we can create more in the second half. Playing like this, hopefully we can. Because no shots on target, 3 shots is just not good enough, is it? We're not going to win the game doing that, are we? Terrible. Still yet to have a shot on target in the match. Almost an hour into the game. Wow. Terrible. Really terrible. Well, I think it's time for Koric to come on. Doué hasn't been the best today. It might be his last game for the club as well, Doué. We shall see. Mertens can go there and Koric can go up front. Koric has actually been quite good this season now. He's got quite a lot of goals. He's got 16 goals in 31 games. So, not bad. Not bad for his first season. Much better than Alberto, that is for sure. You know what? Lafon can come on for Andaquia as well. He's on a yellow card, not playing particularly very well. 28 minutes to go. Well, to be honest, as I said, a draw in the game wouldn't be disastrous. The way how poor we've been away from home this season so far. Even though it's not been a great performance by any stretch. It's been terrible, actually. If we get a draw at the game, it's better than a loss, isn't it? It's better than a loss. So I'm hesitant to go more positive. But anyway, Mertens, oh my word. If that was Koric in that position there, would it be 1-0 right now? I think it would be. I think it would be. Sad thing is, Koric came on like literally a minute after that. So if Koric was there, it could be 1-0 right now for us. Our pretty much only big chance of the game. 20 minutes to go. Back on the highlight. Here's Tottenham. Moreno heads it back to Vicario quite nicely there. 20 minutes to go. Vicario kicks it long. Pellegrini, got to win that, mate. Got to win that. Alright. Well, he's starting to come alive here towards the end. Here's Gonzalez, who is successfully retrained as a centre midfielder, by the way. That's why he's playing there today. Didn't take him too long at all. Very versatile player. Oh, no. Giving the ball away. Jimenez wins it back nicely, though. Here's Alphonse. He's had a poor game today. De Jong. Mertens is through. Koric! He's offside, isn't he? He's offside. He's miles offside. What's he doing there? What's he doing there? Oh, my word. He's offside. He's definitely offside, isn't he? Yeah, of course he is. He's a mile offside. Well, it looks like we're starting to create some chances late on here, though, which is nice. Gonzalez is absolutely shattered, but he's the best player on the pitch, so I don't want to take him off. I'm going to bring on Guardiola for Mertens. Let's see what Guardiola can do. Also, Alfonso on a yellow card, not playing particularly very well. I'll bring on Fally for him. 18 minutes to go. Will there be a winner in this game? Here's Lafont to Asugo. Giving the ball away. Oh, no. It's gone a bit wide. Vicario stays big. Good save. Don't know what young Sang Bin is doing there, to be honest. He should have gone, well, he should have gone to his right-hand side, really, shouldn't he? 15 minutes to go. Back on the highlights. Tottenham with a corner. Olmo to take it. It's cleared. Back to Olmo, though. Lavia. He's got to be offside. Oh, my word. He's hit the post anyway. He's hit the post. Rain's on the highlight here. It's Pellegrini. To Jimenez. What is he doing? Jimenez, what are you doing? Oh, thankfully Fally covers him there. But what are these players doing? Don't take so much time with the ball. Oh, dear. How was that not a goal? And Vicario almost stumbled over the line there. How was that not a goal? We should be losing right now. We should be losing right now. 5 minutes to go. Will we hold on for a draw? So a draw won't be too bad. Oh, wow, okay. 12 seconds over the allotted time and Guardiola picks up an injury. That's nice, isn't it? Okay, lovely. I think that's it, though. It's gone way over the allotted time. But, yeah, not the greatest of performances. The game livened up a little bit towards the end. I think it's safe to say we should be thankful that we got a draw in the end because Sang Bin missed an absolute sitter at the end there. 3 yards out, we just put it in Vicario's hands. So a draw is not too bad. As I said, we keep losing games away from home. So to end the losing streak is nice. And it could have been worse. Could have been a loss. So I'll take it. I'll take an 0-0 draw away to Tottenham. The way we've been away from home. And hopefully we can back it up with a win at home to Wolves. Yeah, so after that draw, we remain in 8th place. Level on points with Liverpool, 40 points. We're still 7 points behind Wolves, though. But as I said, it's very important that we beat Wolves in the next game because if we lose that game, that could be top 6 over with. Obviously, 7th place is still there for the taking. We could still certainly do 7th place, but top 6 you want, isn't it? Obviously, we're still in the Europa League as well. We're still in the FA Cup. So, obviously, the season's not over if we finish in 8th place or 7th place, whatever. But we really want to put up a top 6 bid from now towards the end of the season. Top 4 is over with, 11 points behind Chelsea. But Wolves, they're not quite with that pack there. And as I said, if we beat Wolves at home, that'll be very, very important. But now, of course, I'm going to go play that CSKA 1948 Sofia. Remember that, not CSKA Sofia. You never know when you might need it, that information. I'm going to play them away from home now, off camera. I really hope it doesn't backfire, but all we need is a point. I think it's a point anyway. Does it go by goal difference? Yeah, it does. It goes by goal difference, so a point should be enough for us, to be honest. Our goal difference is far superior to St. Etienne, the team who finished in ninth place at the moment. So they need to win like 7-0, and then potentially they'll finish above us. So hopefully we get the win, and there's no problems whatsoever. But if we get a draw, then that should be enough. As I said, if something really terrible is happening at half-time, say, I'll bring you back for that. But I don't think it is going to. And I'm going to risk it as well. I'm going to rest all the players for that Wolves game. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. So I'm going to go play that game. Make sure you stick around though, because coming up next, we've got a massive game in the league at home to Wolves. Well, here we are. It's time for, well, in my opinion, the biggest game of the season so far. If we lose this game, I think we're out of the race for the top 6, to be honest. Only 13 games to go, 12 after the game, and we'll be 10 points behind Wolves. That just seems like too much of a gap to make up between now and the end of the season. Of course, whatever happens, the top 7 race is still, of course, on. But depending on who wins the FA Cup, we might not even qualify for European football. We finish 7th place. So top 6 is very important for me. And hopefully you can win this game. There will only be 4 points behind Wolves with 12 games to go. That is certainly doable. But 10 points behind with 12 games to go seems almost impossible, to be honest. Anyway, we managed to beat CSKA 1948 Sofia quite comfortably. Beat them 4-0 away. Pellegrini with a brace in this game. It took to the 27th minute, though, to get the first highlight. But thankfully, once the first goal went in, it was almost ours to lose, basically. They didn't create anything in the game at all. They have quite a nice stadium. CSK 1948. Unfortunately for them though, there was no one there. There was like 15 fans in the stadium, but they have quite a nice modern stadium. So we finished 6th in the league phase. Of course, I would like to have finished higher, to be honest, but that loss away to Freiburg really affected our positioning. But the good news is we've qualified in the top 8 and we go straight through to the round of 16. We still would have qualified even if we finished 24th place. But unfortunately for them, they go through to the playoff round. So we go straight forward to the round of 16, which is great. We won't know who we'll get until February. Well, it is February now, but 20th of February, that will be the draw date. And then we'll see who will get in the round of 16. Hopefully, it will be a favourable draw for us. As you can see by the top 6 here, quite a difference between the top 6 clubs than the rest of the teams. And of course, we don't know who's going to fall into this the Europa League through the Champions League. We might know, actually. It doesn't really say in the rules for the Champions League, but obviously the teams 9th to 24th go through to the playoff round. I think the teams 25th to 36th are just completely knocked out of European competition, but I'm not entirely sure whether some of these teams, the teams who lose their playoff round, will drop down into the Europa League or not. You'd like to think that some teams in the Champions League would drop down to the Europa League like they always do it, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Obviously, if some of these teams lose, we'll have some big teams in the Europa League. You know, Real Madrid in there, Chelsea, Man United, AC Milan, Liverpool. So it could be catastrophic for us if any of these teams drop down to Europa League. But as it stands, we've definitely still got a chance to win the competition, but a long way to go yet. Anyway, we managed to sell Doué between the 2 games here. Unfortunately, though, weren't able to get the £20 million because he rejected the contract with Trabzonspor. He has gone to Cruz Azul, though, in Mexico, which is quite bizarre. He's gone there for just £12 million. The board weren't too happy with only £12 million. They wanted £16.25 million, but I managed to convince them that it's in our best interests for Doué to leave us. So he has gone to Cruz Azul for £12 million. The transfer window ends tonight, by the way. We've got a game, of course, though, against Wolves at home. Ronnie Gomez, he has been agreed. We just had to wait on Doué to leave so we can afford the loan signing. It's going to cost us $4 million from now towards the end of the season. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. He'll join us at the end of the window. It'll be good for squad depth. Can play anywhere on the front line, centre midfield as well, so that is great. He's joining us, and also I've made a bid for Wisdom Amy on loan until the end of the season. Thankfully, Bayern Munich, they eased on their demands a little bit. We're going to get him on loan to the end of the season. If he joins us, he's got plenty of offers to choose from. You know, he's got Tottenham, Bayer Leverkusen, Juventus, Wolves, us and Dortmund. So we'll see who he chooses, but hopefully he'll join us. Optional future fee in there as well. Not mandatory, so that is great. So we'll see if Amy joins us. I really hope he does. That'd be great for squad depth. Talking of Bayern Munich as well, Gonzalez and Rocha received a couple of offers from them from Bayern Munich, but to be honest, the offers they made from are disgusting. Bayer Leverkusen showed there 27 million up front for Gonzalez, 56 million in total. Bayern Munich, was even worse. It was like 18 million up front and just so many clauses. Not interested in that. And Rocha as well, 18.5 million up front, 62 million in additional clauses. If it was 62 million pound up front, I would definitely consider it. But in all these instalments, not really interested. Anyway, let's get to this game then. Home to Wolves, biggest game of the season. Well, unfortunately, all these players who are out on international duty are still on international duty. So I've been really mugged off here with these South American players. As you can see, 5 of them are still on international duty. Gonzalez is back. Acosta, Rocha, Grana, Edson and Fernandez are still out on international duties. That is really annoying. Also, Alphonse has picked up a slight injury, gashed lower leg, so he misses today's game. And Koric is out with a slight injury as well. So missing so many players in these recent times, but we've got results. We've got results against Brighton. We've got a draw away to Tottenham, so can't make too many excuses. In terms of the team sheet, got Vicario in goal, De Jong right back, and Andaquia left back, Verfalli and Jimenez centre backs. And we've got Asugo, Moreno, and Gonzalez in the midfield. Guardiola on the right wing, Mertens on the left wing, and Pellegrini up front. So we're missing a lot of players here for this big game, but hopefully it doesn't backfire on us. Hopefully we can beat Wolves at home and take one step closer to them for the top 6 race. Also, our 2 youngsters made their debut against CSK in 1948 there, Beagley and Matondo. Beagley's looks like one for the future, to be honest, potentially 4.5 stars. Matondo, probably not going to be, but we shall see. He's developing very nicely. But they have made their debut for Portsmouth now. Anyway, here's De Jong with the ball, but gives the ball away to Tyler Adams, I think it is. Now here's Doyle. So we can't lose this game, and missing all these players for this game is, well, could be crucial. Could be crucial, to be honest. Here's Gibbs White with the ball to Carmona. Fires over the bar. As I said, we've got some decent results with these players out. Obviously beat Brighton, drew away to Tottenham. We lost to Freiburg as well, though. You know, if we had all these players available, would we beat Tottenham? Will we beat Freiburg as well? I don't know. A terrible start to the match, by the way. Got a corner now, though. Here, Mertens to take it. He crosses it in. It's cleared, but Mertens should get there. Cross it back in, Mertens. Shoot! Shoot, Mertens! He does shoot, and he scores! Get in there, Mertens. Only his 4th goal of the season, but since the last episode, he scored 4 goals. Rocha is still on 0 goals, so Mertens is turning up a little bit in the season now. He took the corner. He ended up scoring the goal. Nice goal, to be fair, for Mertens. He just fires it through all the bodies there. Keeper don't know what to do with it, and we're 1-0 up in the game. First chance we've seen for us in the game, and we score it. So very important we win this game. Very important we win this game. And if we don't win, let's at least not lose the games. I think a loss is us over with in the top 6 race, to be honest. I think we need a win. Especially with how poor our away form is. Really important that we win the game. Anyway, at half time, it's been quite a dull first half, but we are winning the game. I expect to see more from us in the second half, though. But if it ends up 1-0, I'll be happy. Got a lot of tired players in the squad. Plays lots of games recently. Obviously missing all those players as well. But can't make excuses. It is what it is. We've got to get on with it. I signed all these South American players. I've got to live with it, haven't I? When they go on international duty. Anyway, 30 minutes to go here. Got to make a couple of changes. Not got too many good players on the bench, but Gonzalez is a bit knackered. Now Doué has left and Gomez hasn't joined us yet. We're a bit thin in the forward options right now, to be honest. I can bring Guevara on. I'm not bringing Guevara. I'll bring Paul on for Gonzalez. Not really attacking midfielder Paul, but we'll play him there nonetheless. He can play there. Mertens is shattered. I'm bringing Lafon on for Mertens as well. Bit of a risk. He's not a winger, is he? He's a left back, but we'll see what he can do there. And reluctant to take off a Sugo Moreno. They're playing quite well, to be honest. Yeah, that'll do for now. 28 minutes to go. Come on, boys. Not seen much from Wolves in the game, have we? Ain't seen much from us either, let's be honest. That one chance, we scored from it. As I said, that'll do me nicely. I'm going to take Fafali off. I'm going to put Guevara on. Guevara can play centre-back. He's not the tallest, but he can play there. And, you know what? Let's bring on Booth. No, you know what? De Jong's having a good game. That'll do. 18 minutes to go. Come on, boys. It's 1-0 in the game. Can we get a second goal and kill off Wolves in the game? 12 minutes to go. An equaliser at this point would be devastating, wouldn't it? Absolutely devastating. Lafon wins the ball back, though. Go on, big chances here. Oh, it's a free kick, isn't it? Moreno, shoot Moreno! Terrible shot, that. Absolutely terrible shot, that. Big chances for us, that. We remain on the highlight. I don't like long highlights because they always scream goal. I'm not going to be positive here because it looked like he won the ball, but it never goes in your favour, does it? It never goes in your favour. Wow. Well done, Jimenez. Well done, mate. Well done. Now we need Vicario to be a hero here, but that is not nice at all, is it? That, Jimenez there, giving away the penalty, that right there could cost us top 6. Obviously, there's other factors in play as well. Haven't been good enough in certain games, of course, but that could be the situation that costs us top 6. Although we've got a free kick chance here. Guardiola to take it. Paul's in there, but no, heads over the bar. He is not the player you need there in that situation, Paul. We need Pellegrini there. We could lose the game yet. And I think that's top 6 over with, to be honest. We need to focus on the Europa League if we lose this game. And the FA Cup, we remain it. Anyway, here's Lafon. Do we have a chance to get a late winner, though? Come on, Lafon. Do something right. Do something right, Lafon. Guardiola! Is he offside? He's not. Get in. Get in there. Raul Guardiola. Come on. Lafon, he went through everyone. The first player missed it, but then Guardiola was there to tap it in the back of the net. Get in there. Lafon finally does a good thing in a Portsmouth shirt. I tried to sell him in this window as well, but no one's interested. It got a deflection, actually. Oh my word, let's pause the game here. Let's go defensive. This could be a massive win for us in terms of the season, in terms of the top 6 race. Let's go defensive. Wow, 3 minutes to go. I've gone defensive now. Can we hold on to the win? It's been a massive win, as I said. Guardiola with the late winner. Get in there. Get in. Massive win, that. Massive, massive win. And you know what? These games have been very big. Brighton, Tottenham, Wolves are teams all around us. And we managed to get 7 points out of those 3 games. And with all these players on international duty. So that is very, very important. And Guardiola there with the winner in the last minute of the game could prove crucial come end of the season. Well, so after that win, we remain in 8th place. Liverpool won against Southampton 5-1 as well. They got better goal difference than us, but look at that. Only 4 points between us and Wolves in 6th place now. I think the top 5 will probably finish as the top 5, to be honest, obviously in different positions. But, you know, us, Liverpool, Wolves are all battling out for those final 2 places in the European competitions there. Brighton might get sucked into the mix as well, but yeah, only 4 points behind Wolves now. That late winner by Guardiola there was very, very important, and who knows how important that will be come end of the season. Well, lovely way to end off the episode there. It's actually quite successful, these 3 games. Away to Tottenham, missing a lot of players. 0-0, obviously terrible away from home. Beat CSK 1948, 4-0 away, and just beat Wolves at home 2-1. So even with all these players missing, somehow we're grinding out results, so that is great. Got winnable games coming up as well, especially with the games that are coming up after this. I'd really like 3 wins in these next 3 games. Away to Palace, home to Villa, and away to West Ham. Easier said than done though away from home, but away to Palace, they're sitting 19th in the league. So I'm hoping we can win that game. Home to Villa, beat them 3-0 away, and then away to West Ham. You know, 7 points out of these 3 games will do me. Got Cardiff away next as well in the FA Cup 4th round. Hopefully we can win that, keep our FA Cup run going. In terms of the next episode though, guys, I'm going to bring you back for another massive episode where you've seen how close Liverpool are to us. They're only above us on goal difference. That game is going to feature in the next episode. And also, as you can see, before and after that game, we've got the Europa League round of 16 match. Depending on who we have, if it's an easy tie, I probably won't feature the first leg in there, but I'll definitely feature the second leg in that episode. It could be a triple header. We'll see who we get. But make sure you join for the next episode, guys. The round of 16 match in the Europa League, and Liverpool at home in another massive game in the Premier League. And that is the end of the video. As I said, please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. It's very important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out, and it's much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.